Have you ever experienced any like foot or ankle injuries?
Yes, I have. I've had a couple like minor sprains through soccer and
Okay.
basketball and whatnot.
Yeah.
I've had to get it wrapped before, play through it, stuff like that.
Yeah, so you're familiar with like using a tape and using a brace or a
Yes.
brace.
Yes.
Okay. What have you thought of that experience in the past?
I found it to work pretty well for me. For the minor sprains where like I played goalie in soccer and I would jump and my foot would land flat and my leg would go straight. And the tape really helped like stabilize it and provide more comfort. So when I was moving around, it wouldn't just like it feels weak, when you sprain a little bit. So that tape reinforces it. So
Yeah.
I've had a good experience with it.
Okay. How did you learn how to do that?
The trainers and my coaches really helped me learn more about it and just making sure you apply enough pressure to it.
Okay. Did you ever have to go to like physical therapy or anything?
No
to work
physical
on?
therapy, no. It never been that serious.
Sports trainers.
Sports trainers mostly like through the school.
Yeah. And that was helpful. They taught you how to do it correctly.
Yes.
And then was it a pretty easy process after that?
Yeah, and like I said, it wasn't really serious the ones I've had it, so it only takes 2 minutes, 5 minutes or so. So
Kind of a preventative.
right, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
If you will introduce our product, we're picturing something like a sleeve that would go around your ankle, and then it would have different patterns that would like help different injuries. So basically, like to show you how to wrap your ankle for different injuries. So
Okay.
if we were to use something like this, like what would you like to see in a product like that? Would you find that useful?
Yeah, I think it'd definitely be useful, especially because a lot of times, like just wrapping the tape 100 times, sometimes it falls down or
Yeah.
like rolls over each other. So I think it being like really tight and just one piece would be great.
Okay.
I'd love to use it.
So like it would save you some
Yeah,
tape?
definitely save tape, time, and effort for sure.
Good. Okay. If you do you feel like you knew a lot about sports medicine growing up, or like did you have to learn through your injuries?
Definitely learned through injuries.
Okay.
Yeah, never really like sat down and learned about it. Just whenever something came up, I would learn it on the spot.
By watching a trainer.
Exactly. Yes.
Was there like long lines waiting for the trainer, like other people needed them? Or?
Yes, I'd say so. Especially when I went to see like the main trainer,
Yeah.
there'd be a long line. Sometimes you would not get it, which would suck. So I just have like a student athlete trainer or student trainer help me out with it.
So there was people who didn't even get to see the trainers.
Every now and then, yes.
Okay,
So it's
wow.
like a lower level thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So kind of one priority of like who we most.
Exactly.
Okay, nice. And then if you were to use a product like this, would you find it useful, like to have something maybe disposable, or do you think like something reusable?
I think both would be okay. I think reusable, maybe for environment, would be cool.
Okay.
And just to have it on hand, you know what I mean? Like be familiar with it. So
Yeah.
I would say maybe just like one reusable product could actually, but if it was multiple times, like if I had to reuse or like throw it away every time, that wouldn't be a problem either.
Yeah.
As long as
Yeah. So reusable or would maybe be better. And then do you have any must-haves? Like what would you like to see in a product like that?
must-haves definitely to be like tight enough where it like doesn't fall off or be loose, but not like squishing your ankle. So
Okay.
like that like right balance, if that
Right
makes sense.
compression.
Right compression.
Any
Yes.
materials?
Not really I could think of. Maybe like like soft. This material looks good actually.
Thin.
Yeah, thin, so it's like breathable. So
Okay.
that'd be nice.
Yeah. We were looking at that too for sure, and then definitely waterproof. Like
Yeah, sweat
kind
proof.
of looked into like silicone type materials too, like just figuring out what would be a good fit and what athletes were looking for.
Yeah.
in an injury.
I agree.
So yeah, we just wanted to get a take on like what some things you thought would be
Yeah.
good to have.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Okay. Anything you can think of that would help, like based on your friends or anyone else you've introduced? Like, does anything stick out to you that they'd be looking for in a product?
Let's see. Definitely something quick and accessible, which I think this checks the box.
Okay.
Something that provides strength for your ankle, so not too loose, like I said, and I think that also checks the box. So I think it looks good.
Yeah.
Nothing really comes to mind. I think it's lacking.
Okay. Do you think it could be accessible for other like wrists or other?
Oh yeah, definitely wrist. maybe like a shoulder brace even too in that area. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we're looking for areas that people are prone to getting injured in, just in general, like a lack of understanding of like sports medicine.
yeah.
So we're trying to be able to educate people and
Yeah, I guess the designs on it too, like make sure it's like it's on the right way. Maybe like a little manual too. Make sure you put it on correctly. Maybe that would be nice too.
yeah. And then we're talking about like tending to different types of injuries. Like, did they ever tell you to wrap it differently based on where it was hurting, or like did they kind of give you an overarching?
They might have, but it just slipped my mind. So nothing that really, nothing that really told me like stuff. If that makes sense.
Okay.
No like easy way to remember it. Just wrap it a couple times. Make sure it feels good. But no real like explanation of why I'm wrapping it in a certain way.
Yeah.
Did you ever struggle like learning how to tape it when you were younger?
Oh yeah, like I would just wrap it a couple times with like this kind of material and not like put any tape or anything on it, and it would just fall off like 5 minutes into the game, and then I would just just play through it or just not. It wouldn't help if that makes sense.
Yeah. So you just kind of learned as you went.
Yeah, like maybe different ways of wrapping it that will help it like stay on, but not really like provide like support for it.
Okay. And there was just kind of a general. You just did what worked, not necessarily what you.
Something that was
felt.
quick.
Okay. Yeah. So they didn't tell you to do it differently based on any different. Okay. And
You said you used like your high school trainer, right?
Yes.
Did you play club sports at all?
Yes, I did too.
Okay, so did you just like use your high school trainer before going to like club reps or games? Like how did that work?
Yeah, no. For club, there weren't any trainers. Like it would be like a different facility too. So it would just be whatever I remembered from the high school trainers I would apply there.
So you do think like this could maybe give you some direction on like club sports?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Access to the trainer.
Definitely, yes. Like, and even like I said, like when the lines are long, and you have like time for it. Having something that is quick, accessible, even tells you what to do and why it does that. That would be great.
yeah, that's something I didn't even realize that some people didn't ever get to see the trainer,
Yeah,
but like it makes
especially-
sense. Yeah,
yeah,
you're
like
trying
there's
to
multiple sports going on at the same time. Only one big trainer,
Right.
one main guy,
allow
one girl.
people to help.
Exactly.
Yeah. And did you start using it as a kid, like when you were young, or
Yeah,
how was that start?
as a kid, I didn't really had too many like issues as a kid. It was
Okay.
more like when I got older, I did a little bit more like intense practices and games.
And that's
when
when
I
it
found
started.
it.
Okay, yeah, because we were looking at what age people kind of start using it too. Like,
So I would say for me at least, early or late middle school to high school.
okay, so you're still pretty young at that point too.
Yeah, yeah.
How did
Early
you-
teens.
Okay, yeah.
So would you say the trainers helped you a lot in like figuring out how to tape it at first?
I would say they did help me. They gave me like the basic knowledge, not really like the explanate like the why, but they showed me how to do it. So like if I were to hurt myself, I'd be able to wrap myself in like a decent way, but they weren't like phenomenal at it. I'm no expert. That makes sense.
Just trying to give you like a general knowledge.
Yeah,
and
I guess that's fair for it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And it kind of applied to everyone in the same way.
Yeah, mostly yes.
Everyone.
At least for like minor injuries.
So would you have other people wrapping it more often or yourself?
I personally, I had more people wrapping it than myself, especially when it was like during game time. Like we had a couple trainers on hand who were just for the soccer games, so that way it was less people in line, so I could just go to them really quickly. But for practices, I would either do it myself if it was a long line, or just hopefully get in line for the main trainer.
Looking at the prototype, would you maybe like to see a one size fits all kind of thing, or maybe different sizes? Like, how do you think we can maybe cater to different sizes without where you want to acquire yourself?
Yeah, that's a good question. I think different size would be nice for sure. If you have like a larger one, like a large size, and you have a smaller foot, for example, it might be a little bit loose. So I don't know if you could find like a nice material that's like stretchable to fit one size fits all, but as long as it really like secures your ankle, secures your wrist, whatever part of your body it would be, I think either option would be good.
Yeah. So you think your main concern would just be like security, making sure
Yeah,
that prevent
almost even for me, it was a mental thing. Like, I don't want to like think about it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like,
yeah.
obviously, it might have not been great for like healing it, but when I'm in game, I don't want my ankle feeling like wobbly and loose. Like, I just want something that can like provide strength to it, and so I can just get to the game. If that makes sense.
Kind of gives you peace of mind. That,
Peace of mind, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that totally makes sense. It's very helpful. Anything else? like to hear.
Any questions about the product?
Or yeah, any insights you have.
Or just like final
totally
thoughts you want to
appreciate.
share?
Yeah, so the like little markings on it, just like different ways it like compresses and whatnot.
Yeah, we were trying to target essentially like different pain points in your foot, or like how to help the different areas or like different injuries, but we definitely have to do some more
So
research into that.
if it hurt like more on this side, would you like put it on a different way?
Yeah,
Or,
so
like,
we were
wrap it a
trying
different
to say like you would use the blue path if you're looking to target this sort of injury, or use
Oh, okay.
the black path if you're trying to target that sort of injury.
Yeah, that's
Kind of
what
give
makes sense.
people a little bit of an idea of like how to treat different, or, like
Right.
the red if you're experiencing Achilles,
Mhm.
ankle pain, or like different
Sure.
types of things.
Yeah, that's great. I like that idea. 'Cause I never had like access to like different ways of doing it for different types of injuries.
Okay,
So,
good. Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that'd
we
be
wanted
great.
to try to get something a little more specialized and like help educate people.
Yeah, no, that'd be amazing.
Okay,
Sweet.
great.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Thank you so much for your time. We
Yeah,
really
of course.
appreciate it.
Of course, thank you guys.
All right.